Hello, 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 hello. Happy Thursday. I'm Brittany. I'm the creator of The Curvy Fashionista, your plus size fashion resource destination. And we're back with another Speaking of Curves. Now, if you're kind of new here and you don't really know what we're talking about, our Speaking of Curves is a series that happens every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we get to introduce, have a conversation, um, talk with plus size indie designers, indie businesses, retailers, boutiques, creators, models, influencers within the plus space, especially now, like as you know, with the Rona has like impacted and affected businesses. It has been important for me to be able to share with you the plus size business owners that you can support through the Rona and beyond, right? So we've had some amazing guests. Last week we had John Quell, a plus size illustrator. And today's guest is definitely going to be a fun one, someone who I get to introduce to you. But as you are tuning in, do me a favor. Make sure you say, hey, girl, hey. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Say hello. If you have questions throughout today's live, make sure you drop them here and we'll answer them. So we already got shout out to Jeanette. Hey, girl, thanks for showing some love. But like, make sure you say hello, drop some questions, and help. And really, it's really about supporting these indie businesses and these indie designers and retailers so that we can support them. Because quite frankly, like they are the, how do you say, like the backbone, like they kind of like push plus size fashion forward, right? And so with that being said, like, you know, it's important that we are here to actually support them. So whether or not, like, you may not like it, the brand may or may not be for you, but you can at least share them with someone else, right? So our guest today is, you know, a boutique owner. She has a great community, and I'm really excited because some of her pieces, like when she's told me some of the stories behind them, I want you to understand and get to know. So we have Miss Brittany of My Beautiful Fluff, and she's going to be talking with us today about her journey, how you can support and get to know a little bit more about her business. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, here we go. And make sure you guys keep saying, hey girl, hey. So hello, Miss, oh wait, let me see. Let's see. There we go. Hello, Brittany.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining in. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Got my coffee. I'm good. You know, got my hair. You know, having some fun with this new do.
It's
Now,
cute.
thank you. Now, for those who don't know you, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your business and when you started?
My name is Brittany Washington. I'm from the Quad Cities, Iowa. I started my business about 6 years ago. I went through a period where I was transitioning right after I had my son, and my hair started falling out anyway. So I'm like, it's a perfect time to chop it off. So I did a big chop, and I wanted to find a natural hair t-shirt, but they only went up to 3X. So I couldn't get them. So I was disappointed. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to create them myself.
Right.
That turned into a whole journey and a whole process because finding the sizes that I wanted in the US was not as easy as I thought it was. I'm like, there's got to be somewhere that makes plus size t-shirts that I can just print my designs on them in above a 3X.
Right.
At the time, that was not the case. So it ended up going to China to have my shirts manufactured. I had the design I want. I had the cuts that I wanted, the sizes. But I got my first box of t-shirts and I cried my eyes out because it was in centimeters instead of inches.
Oh, no. So wait, you had like a little baby shirt?
Yeah, I had the baby shirts. They made beautiful dust rags, but it was frustration. The whole first year of business, I don't even count my first year because it took me that first year to get the right shirt.
Right. Oh my gosh. Your first shirts were in centimeters.
We're in centimeters. Oh, the second box was even worse. The second box I got, it was supposed to be large through I wanted to start with a 4X, which would have been a 26, 28. Wait 3 to 6 weeks. They're like, okay, your shirts are on the way. They get here. It is a box of nothing but 4Xs in a putrid green color. So, third time, I'm like, you know what? We're not going to do this. So the third time, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make sure that we're both on the same exact page before you start making these shirts. My husband helped me do a chart to have centimeters to inches conversion. That's covered. I made sure I listed for them each size, and it was supposed to be 20 larges, 21X, 2X, 3X, 4X. I broke that down in a separate chart, and then I made sure the shirt should be white with the Curvaceous Curls logo on it. Not green, not blue, but just white. And eventually, I got a box of shirts.
Eventually.
Okay,
so this is, I want to say, so this is what, like 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
And so, oh my gosh, talk about like rocky start. And so you're like, bring it on, I'm ready for anything. So now you've started, you've got your shirts. Now, how did My Beautiful Fluff come about, like from there? Like, how have you evolved? And for those who don't know, like, what is My Beautiful Fluff?
Well, what it was is I originally just wanted to focus on hair. But when I found that I couldn't find the size, it kind of evoked some feelings. I was frustrated. I'm like, why can't I get the size I want in the cute shirt that I want? So I'm like, it's more than just my hair. I'm like, I was sitting there and I'm like, I don't like this name. I want it to be something bigger. And my mom, from the time I was born, I've been fluffy. Like, I had the chunkiest cheeks. So my mom called me Fluffy forever. And it kind of stuck. So from there, I'm like, okay, I was going through a period where I was learning to love myself. I had just finished up a plus size photo shoot with my brother. And I'm like, you know what? I'm beautiful as I am. My fluff is beautiful, all of it. The fluffy hair and the fluffy belly. I'm like, it's beautiful. So I named it My Beautiful Fluff. And then in my logo, the logo is actually me from the photograph. They turned it into a silhouette. So I'm part of my logo.
Oh, I love that. Get it, girl. Get it. So if you guys are just, I know we have some new people joining us. I'm here with Miss Brittany of My Beautiful Fluff. She's a boutique owner and she owns a brand, and she's introducing us to her brand, telling us her story about like trying to source t-shirts above a 3X, her like 2 horrible mishaps like that. Do you laugh at it now?
I laugh at it now. And actually the green 4Xs, I was at an event and I had just accidentally threw some in the tote with the white and somebody liked it. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, if you like it, I love
it. Right. So Kim had a question real quick. She's like, how did you even connect with this person?
That's another story.
Did you go to China or did you like just like email?
Email. I started off, there was a site where you could kind of source in the US, and the price for plus size t-shirts, I'm like, if I pay $40, I'm going to have to charge you double that. I'm like, I'm not paying $40 for a t-shirt. So then I just went online and I started Googling for manufacturers. I tried plus manufacturers and I tried normal. And after I got done researching, I ended up on Alibaba. I connected with a bunch of different manufacturers and I started with samples. Then I actually placed an order, but you get your best work when you get the sample. Sometimes after that, the quality is not the same.
Oh no. So real quick, we have some people that are saying good morning. So hello, Keisha, Cornell, Dawn, let me make sure, Tammy, Jeanette, Renee. You've got some of your folks in here too, sis. They're over here saying, hey, Brittany.
Hey, y'all.
Kendra said, hey, Brittany. We've got Lena from Italy. We've got Italy in the house. All right now.
Wow.
We've got Felicia from Virginia. All right. So as you guys are joining in, we're doing our fun, speaking of curves interview. Miss Brittany's answering questions about her like journey, right? Her journey to launching her business and her brand, and kind of like fast forwarding to today. So, so now you've got your product, and my beautiful fluff today. Has it gone through any reiterations? Has it got kind of evolved? Like, if someone was to go to your site today, is it the same site that it was like 5 years ago?
Not at all. It's gone through different ideations, websites, changes. My first logo was I ended up changing that because I thought it was too colorful. It's similar but not the same. So we've undergone some changes. We've expanded our product offerings just because of things that people have asked for. We added baby fluff because I had a friend and she's like, "You've got fluffy. Why don't you have baby fluff?" I'm like, "Well, give me a moment to design it and you can have your baby fluff."
I'm so sorry, our dog is like freaking out right now. Mocha, bed. Let's go. Everyone knows Mocha always wants to make her own debut. Mocha, bed. Stay. Stay. I'm so sorry. So for this, so with my beautiful fluff, oh my gosh, she's going. I'm so sorry. Oh, of course she waits till I talk more. So what products can people get on you? So I know I'm assuming we can already do t-shirts. So we have t-shirts. What else can folks buy from your, because I want to set it up for this, like what you were sharing with me earlier.
We have t-shirts, we have journals, we have tote bags, we have our weekender bag, which is really popular.
That's like a big bag, right?
It's a big bag. Like I can put 4 tote bags in that bag.
Oh, okay.
It's big.
Keep going.
Like when I did my last photo shoot, I had all of my outfit changes, boots, shoes, and everything in that bag.
Okay, so so you're basically telling us we all need a weekender bag.
If you carry a lot of stuff like I do, yeah, you need one. It's my favorite bag. The only thing that I don't like about it is it doesn't have a zipper, but it is kind of nice because then I can just throw other tote bags that have a zipper inside of it. And instead of carrying 4 bags, I can just carry one.
All right, all right. So let's talk about these journals because you had shared with me like you have a community, you do this contest. Share with everyone like what you do and how you activate your community.
Okay, so I had an idea a few years back. I wanted to do a contest because people always ask me about the characters. And when I'm doing events, they're like, "Oh, this looks like my aunt. This looks like me. This character looks like me." They're like, "Is this one you?" There is one that's actually me, but a lot of them are just characters. So I decided to do a contest called Show Off Your Fluff. And you get to send in a picture where you feel the most beautiful. And then we let our Facebook family vote on the winner. Our first one was 3 years ago, and our first winner was Rashida. She is beautiful. And from her winning the contest, we became friends. She's also my brand ambassador. She's an amazing model and a supportive person. So it was like the contest spawned more. And so this year, actually, after I get off here, I will be announcing this year's winner.
Oh.
So I'm really excited. There was a lot of beautiful entries. I'm glad that I didn't have a chance to vote because I would have voted for everybody.
Right. So when you say win, what is it that the contest is and what do they win?
The winner gets the picture that they submitted gets turned into a character. They're placed on our line with that character for our brand, and they win a gift basket of all of the products that have them on it. So like last year's winner, they got the t-shirt, they got the mug, they got the notebook, the fanny pack, and all the things with their image on it.
Oh, that's so cool. Now, Dawn, her website is mybeautifulfluff.com. And we'll reshare the link in the comments and we'll also put it in the description so that you can go and visit her website. So have you done, so you said you started this 3 years ago. So do you have like a collection of like all the girls like so far on one product, or are you going to wait till like you hit like, a certain milestone?
I would probably wait till I get a little bit more. This will be our third one. I expanded it the second year, so we actually have 2 winners. This year we'll actually have 3. We'll have one from my brand ambassador team. that I'll pick randomly, and we'll have one from the entries that were submitted with something from my brand on, and then we'll have the winner that won from the votes from our Facebook family.
Oh, that's awesome. So for your Facebook family, so you have a Facebook community?
I do.
Tell us about that.
It's just my Facebook business page. It's just people that share, support, and engage.
So do you do you give options for people to pick products, to give feedback on what's coming new? Like how what do you do with that?
I do some of that within our Facebook group, kind of show them some of the designs, and even on our page, I'll show them like this or that, and they don't know. Subconsciously, you're helping me pick what's going to be next.
That part. It's not even subconsciously, right? Like, it's just like, I need your help. I want to make sure it sells. Tell me what you're going to get. So, okay, so you have this business, and for those of you guys who are still tuning in, I'm here with Miss Brittany of My Beautiful Fluff, and she's a boutique owner. She's based out of Iowa, you said?
Yeah.
She's based out of Iowa, and, you know, she is telling us a little bit about her journey of how she started. Little rocky, but now she's got this burgeoning community. And so last year, March, Rona hits. How has it been for you?
It has been a journey. In March, we were at around the time that the quarantines and things started happening. We were supposed to be going to Virginia for the Size Overrated Awards to accept my first award, but that got canceled because of Corona. That weekend, we had everything packed. We were ready to go, and we weren't sure if it was going to happen or not, but it did end up getting postponed. So that was sad. And then we had a lot of other events last year. Well, the year before Corona hit, we'd done about 30 events in Indianapolis, Chicago, and at home.
Wow.
So we were looking forward to doing that for another year, but Corona kind of changed things. So it forced me to be online more and kind of alter our strategy online, post more, be more strategic. I became our graphic designer, kind of figured out Canva to kind of make my page look better. And that's went through different.
Canva, for our indie business owners, Canva is the jam. I use Canva.
Canva, you can remove the background. It has me feeling like, hey, I could be a graphic designer. That's kind of cute.
Right. It's definitely empowering for the small business owners. So for our fellow business owners out there, if you're trying to figure out how to do what you can do with what you got, Canva is where you can have some fun and play around with some things. So for you, you had to pivot from like physical events to online and really nurture and develop your online community, right?
Yeah.
How has that impacted your business like now? Like, has it allowed for you to create like, you know, deeper connections, make more sales, you know, innovate? Like, let us know how that works.
It's been a process, and trying to grow our online, we did an ambassador search. So we've added more ambassadors to kind of help generate content, spread the word, and they are so amazing. We started out with 4. After our ambassador search, we added 12 new ambassadors. So It was really exciting seeing the growth, and they are so amazing. Like, I love them. They are all sweet. They all share. They make great content. They're just awesome.
They're just awesome. So for you, so this kind of, you had to pivot a little bit. It sounds like you had to do a pivot, but with this pivot, it's allowed for you to create deeper and more connected relationships. Am I hearing that right?
In a way, I won't say that I don't miss events, because when you're at events, I'm not good online. I always feel awkward. But something about being in person, when I'm at my table with my stuff, I can tell them stories in a way that I don't
do right now. You're doing great right now.
But see, I don't think you're always your own worst critic, and I don't feel like I do good online. So but when I'm in person, I can tell people the story behind the journal, talk to them in a way that I don't feel I can connect online, because it's not somebody talking back to me. It's just like me talking. So I feel like I'm just talking in an empty space, but I'm just awkward. So,
but listen, I'm awkward too. I'm a nerd, and I'm corny. Like, we just got to own that about ourselves, right? Like, we just have to own those parts rather than allowing it to kind of define and push. So through this Rona, like, how was I guess, for lack of a better word, how was your mental? Like, how was that transition and figuring out what you're going to do?
It was hard. Between the business and then I guess you want to call it homeschool during that period, that weird, awkward phase. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with homeschool. I don't know what I'm doing with my business right now. It was a mess. All I could do was pray, meditate, and hope that this passed quickly, which it didn't. So we
Right.
just kind of worked through it.
So, I mean, a lot of people initially thought, okay, this is going to be temporary. We're just going to work through it. We're going to bounce back. And then it stayed, right? And we're still here. It's like a year later and we're still kind of like navigating through. How do you feel today versus like how you felt before?
I think now that I know that it's probably not going to change anytime soon, I've just kind of started to adjust. You just kind of get used to it and work through it. You don't really have an option, so.
Right. And so when you say work through it and adjust, what are some of those things like that you've realized that could probably be helpful for another business owner?
One of the things that I've noticed is before Corona, because I did do the events, I wasn't as active on social media. And you've got to find a balance because when you're on there regular, you'll get better engagement. It's easier when you do it on a regular basis. So I've started actually scheduling out my content more and planning more than I did before. I just kind of post on the fly. And so I'm doing a better job at that. And actually using my email list because I'm like, for a while I wasn't
email marketing. Yes. Yes. Oh, Miss Linda said that you are good online. You speak very clearly. So, like,
thank you.
You felt that she was being awkward. You over here doing well, sis. You know, and the more that you do it, the better you get, right?
Yeah.
So, have you done lives? Like, have you gone live in your groups?
Very rarely. I go live.
I'm going to challenge you. Try it once a week for a month. Just try it. I'm just saying, that's my challenge to you.
I can't turn down a challenge, so I guess I'm going to try it.
I mean, because you've already created this community and this group that you want to nurture, like, why not, get to know them in a different direction, right? Or in a deeper way, right? Especially they'll be so encouraging to you too. I'm so sure.
I'm going to pick a day and I'm going to do it for a month and I'm going to try it.
Bam. And it's only 4 of them, right? So when you think about it, it's only 4. You could do this. So, so you're doing great. So like going live, you'll have fun, just like how we go live, right? So we go live to have conversations so folks can get to know me in a different way because I'm not good at taking pictures. I'm not good on my personal Instagram. I know this about myself. I got makeup on today. I done put a curl in my wig. Like I'm doing this because I am on live, right? Like, and then while I'm dressed, I'm like, let me snap an Insta if I remember, because sometimes I'll be quick to just change the clothes and put on something else. But this dress is hella comfy, so I may be in this all day. Plus, it's starting to get warm. Keisha says that she wants to be a Facebook friend with you. She's like, oh, she likes your energy. Look at you, look at you.
Well, send me a request.
There you go, Miss Keisha. She said, holler at her. She said, hey, girl. Right? So, okay. Tammy said, I needed that, Marie. My mom keeps telling me to go live on my business page. I'm online shy, though. I'm better in person. Miss Tammy.
Exactly, Tammy. I feel you. That's me.
So, listen. Just do it. Right? Like, you can actually lead with that. I'm saying hi. I'm more of the shy person. I'm more of an introvert. This is new for me. So y'all be kind to me. Lead with those. Like, let your folks know because, look, because you were shy and you did this live, you done and you were telling your truth. You encouraged Miss Tanny to think about it and to try it on her page. You done made a new friend, Keisha. Look what happened. And you just joined somebody else's live. You didn't even go live yourself.
I know it's easier to go on somebody else's live because you lead the conversation. When I do, I'll do it and I sit down and I have my points and then I'll get up and I'll be like, okay, nobody's on here. I'm talking to myself. I'm done.
Listen, well, what you do is you just use like the tools to schedule, to notify, use your email, join us, we're going live, right? If you have these conversations with your, and let them know, you'll be able to, like when you do this, you'll be able to let your folks know so they can join you. So even if you're talking to one person, you appreciate and have fun and treat that one person like they're 50, right? And then you're just having conversation, you're getting to know, you're having fun, you're playing around, and then before you know it, like this is like walking. Right? So so I'm really proud of you, love. Okay?
Thank you.
So what is next for My Beautiful Fluff? Like, what can we see? Wait, you're about to announce your new, I don't want to say fluffies because, like, I don't think that's the word, but your winners of your contest.
Yes.
What else do you have coming up? Oh, that was
I have a guided journal that I'm working on releasing.
Okay.
Working on possibly a book.
Get a girl.
So those are just two of the things I'm playing with. I'm launching a website for me so that I can blog more because I like to write and I have more time now. So I'm going to use it to write. I've done some guest writing for my friend who has the Beautiful Project. So I've done 2 blogs with her. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start my own blog in addition to the one that I have for my business so I can just vent.
I love it. And we'll have to talk offline because I think there's a way that you can actually integrate those two, because My Beautiful Fluff is so intrinsically you that like it's kind of one and the same rather than a separate site. So like just get it in. So Miss Tammy says she's gonna do one live this weekend.
Well, let me know when you're going live and I'll tune in.
Well, we will all tune in, Miss Tammy. There we go. So I'm loving it. So for you have a guided journal coming out. You're working on a book, or you're working on like the framework for your book?
On the framework.
Okay. It's not an easy feat. I'm working on a book proposal right now, sis, and it's like, whoa. It's intense. But yeah, so for you have your community. And for those who are just tuning in, I'm here with Miss Brittany of My Beautiful Fluff. She has an online boutique where she sells t-shirts, tote bags, weekender bags, journals. She has a contest that what's the name of it again?
Show Off Your Fluff.
Show Off Your Fluff contest, where her readers, her community, they, kind of become, they enter in the contest, and then she illustrates them or gets them illustrated and turns them into characters, and their characters on the products that they sell for that next year. That is the coolest thing. I love it. I love it. Satasha says she can't wait to get her merchandise. Get it, Satasha. Woot. So do me a favor, let everyone know where they can find you, how they can follow you, how they can request to be your friend on Facebook. Let us know everything.
On Facebook, my personal page is just Brittany Washington. There's a few, but look for the one in the fluffy shirt. That's me. On Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest, it's Shop My Beautiful Fluff. If you have any questions directly, you can email me. It's Brittany, BRITTANY at mybeautifulfluff.com.
And I believe we just need your website URL.
And my website is just mybeautifulfluff.com.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Keisha said, me and my daughter are both fluffy, so I will be ordering. Keisha, shout out to you, honey, because you be on here and just supporting the hell out of our guests. So thank you, Miss Keisha. Thank you. I have to I have to call out folks like Miss Tammy and Miss Keisha. They be here. They be coming in. They be like, hey girl. And they be supporting the hell out of our guests. So I love it and I love y'all. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. They said, oh, Qantas said, My Beautiful Fluff is an awesome brand. Yay!
Thank you. That's one of my beautiful brand ambassadors. Thank you.
Oh, I see. I love that they tuned in. See, look at her community. Look at that. They showing up for you. See, I'm sure you go live and you tell your ambassadors to join you, and they will show up with you and help encourage you, sis. See? See? They got you. They got you. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am Marie Janae. I'm the creator of The Curvy Fashionista, your plus size fashion resource destination. Someone had asked like what The Curvy Fashionista was all about. We are a blog turned digital media platform. So we write articles about where to shop, who's doing what, why they're doing, what's going on in the industry, in the community, lifestyle, body politics, beauty, interviews. We are your kind of like plus size fashion hub. We're currently doing a redesign. I'm so freaking excited about this, y'all, because when we relaunch, there's going to be extra fun little element, and I will be